Welcome back to First Take. Oh, the Buffalo Bills win to Miami. They were upset big time, 30-13. The Dolphins dropped 4 out of 5 heading into Sunday against their division rival, but Buffalo looked nothing like the version we saw against Kansas City a week prior. Josh Allen was sacked 3 times, had an interception, a fumble. The Bills weren't on the board to start the fourth quarter, trailing 16-0. Here's Josh Allen after the game.
They came ready to play. They wanted it obviously a little more than us. I got to be better. I'd be better in the protection game, in the pass game, in the run game, all of it. You know, it's anytime you turn it over 3 times, 2 in the red zone, and really you could count that last one, you know, driving, kind of going into the red zone. So that's a recipe for disaster.
Correct you are, Josh Allen. The whole thing was a big recipe for disaster. I mean, this was the biggest upset of the weekend, right, Cam Newton? Who is the most to blame for this loss? Is it Josh Allen?
I'm going with Joshua Allen, and it's not even close. I think last year's success recipe is not this year's success recipe. Last year, we were all questioning Brandon Beane's decision to not give Josh a number 1 receiver with the removal of the Stephon Diggs and the Davises of the world. These are all now things now, hey, we can do that. He goes out and wins the MVP, obviously. But now you look at this year, where's Keon Cole? Like, where are these guys that are in the position, Keon Coleman, in the position to make plays? Now, the one thing that I will say, the Buffalo Bills probably has the best trio of talent at the tight end position in the whole league. When you got Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, and Jackson Halls, those guys can play. But that's not a recipe for longevity when you have a 3rd and 6. You cannot be in 12 or 13 personnel. When you have, got to have situations where somebody on the outside has to consistently beat man-to-man. Last year, we've seen a recipe of receivers that took turns making plays. When you don't have the same production at the receiver position in this year, now it puts the onus on Josh Allen, and you add in turnovers and you add in bad decision making. That's how you get to a point now where it's extremely alarming, not only just with this performance, but also a performance in Atlanta. In closing, when you think about what's to be had or what's going to come from this year, we know that the Buffalo Bills will not have a consistent home stretch in the playoffs. And we've seen Josh Allen struggle in away games. That's the thing that you must look at and take into account as well.
What?
The Buffalo Bills have such a small margin for error. And unfortunately, Josh Allen has to wear his cape all the time. They're a flawed team. Josh Allen did not play well at all yesterday, obviously. And this has kind of been creeping up on Josh Allen the past few games, where the turnovers has been creeping up, and it's cost him in a couple of these games here. When you look at, but the reason why there's such a slim margin for error, Shay, their defense is bad. Okay, their rush,
real bad.
They are 30th in the league in rush defense. They're giving up almost 150 yards rushing per game on defense. That is not a team that you can take seriously come postseason. Because let me tell you something, all the best teams, when we talk about these teams like the Seattle Seahawks, the Los Angeles Rams, these teams in the NFC, you know what they do? You know what they have? They pack a defense and they have explosive offenses. The Bills, we know they have Josh Allen, but if you can't stop the run, you are not going anywhere in the postseason. Yesterday, we saw the Miami Dolphins, an organization that had furniture. Their coach has been left for dead, and all they did was run roughshod all over the Buffalo Bills. And if they can't fix that, which is looking highly unlikely that's going to happen, the Buffalo Bills, not only this year, they're not going anywhere, but think about this from a bigger perspective. This window that the Bills have had, it's over. It is absolutely over. They've dominated the AFC East for 6 years, and they have nothing to show for it. Nothing. Not a Super Bowl appearance. And here it is. The New England Patriots are back, and the Buffalo Bills are sitting here sliding further and further back from the New England Patriots.
Well, that's harsh, but
first of all,
not wrong.
Let's call a couple of things. Number one, there's various reasons to be concerned about the Buffalo Bills even being legit. I know we just saw them beat Kansas City. We get that part. But then you lose a game like this, and it reminds us of the doldrums. You look at Josh Allen. He's had 7 turnovers over the last 6 games. He had 8 all last year, if I remember correctly. I think the number was 8. I'm not sure, but I think the number was 8, right? 7 turnovers over the last 6 games. That's reminiscent of the Josh Allen we were lamenting was turning the ball over too much. What's the difference between last year and this year? Last year he was playing within himself. This year he's back to trying to play hero ball. When you see Josh Allen play hero ball, Cam, what am I to deduce? You know what I deduce? He doesn't believe in the players that he has. He knows he needs more. And that's why he's got to try extra, okay? He threw an interception in the end zone. That was egregious. We get that part. He also fumbled. You understand? You know, the tush push that ended up going down, and then you fumble the ball, right? Those are 2 third quarter turnovers, if I remember correctly, right? So you got that as a problem. But the point is, here's the biggest thing, and this is unlike the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know what to make of this. I'm going to need y'all help on this. The Buffalo Bills did try to get somebody. They tried to get Jalen Waddle. They offered a first-round pick in 2027. According to the reports, the Bills, you know, they insisted, that Miami insisted on a first-rounder in 2026. My personal question is this. What's the difference? What's the difference? I mean, if you need help now, yeah, you might want to push it back to 2027. But if they wanted the first-round pick for this year, and you were willing to give up a first-round pick in 2027. This ain't 2030 or 2033 we talking about. It's 2027. It's a year later. So to get Jalen Waddle, to have him with Josh Allen, is that not worth a first-round pick with a season that you're competing for a Super Bowl with? I would think it would be. If they insisted on a first-round pick in 2026, I wouldn't have wanted to do it. Of course, I would have wanted to make them wait till 2027. But then I would have said, that's Jalen Waddle. That's that brother Jalen Waddle right there.
Who showed out yesterday.
That brother could spread the field. That brother could. And then I'm thinking about, this is the worst Russian defense. We're talking about Miami, right? And we're talking about the #1 Russian offense entered the league against the 3rd worst run defense in the National Football League in Miami Dolphins. And a guy in Cook who's been balling for you, you get the ball 213 times. What's that about? What's that about? I don't get that. And so those are the kind of questions that you have to have about the Buffalo Bills, who seem a bit bipolar these days, for crying out loud. After a 4-0 start, they're 2-3 over their last 5 games. But in the end, what it comes down to is that they don't look good enough to win away from Buffalo come playoff time.
Jalen Waddle yesterday at 84 yards and a touchdown.
And let's not forget Achane, right? With the 59-yard run and with the 35-yard run, both in the 4th quarter. And by the way, do you know he forced 11 missed tackles yesterday?
Yeah, the dude's quick.
11 missed. No, but I'm just talking about, Cats couldn't bring him down. Yeah. They got their hands on him and couldn't do it. I'm talking about those kind of missed tackles. That's what I'm talking about.
Listen, the Buffalo Bills did not look ready for this game at all, which was a stark difference from what we saw against Kansas City a week prior. I don't know if it was a hangover from Kansas City. I don't know what was going on.
But see, but the one thing we can't do, but the one thing we can't do, we can't call this a trap game. We can't do it. It's a divisional game, and you're sitting in 2nd place in the division.
Right.
It is in Miami.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going. That's where I was going.
Okay.
When I said hangover,
no. Listen, it's Miami. It's Miami. You know what I'm saying? It's now, mind you, now this is a very important point that I have to make here. It's Miami, as I've said on many occasions. So a lot of distractions. But understand, Shay, it ain't like they rolling up on a Tuesday morning or a Tuesday night, even though that's bad in and of itself. These brothers arrive on a Friday night or a Saturday.
Professional football players.
I agree, yeah.
Give me a break. To look like that, the Buffalo Bills?
Excuse me. I think you're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You're talking altruistically what it should be. I'm talking about what it is. Okay. Saturday night in Miami. You understand? I can assure you there are people